Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. For today's project, I am using these two die sets. And I have a project in mind, but I'm not quite sure how it's going to go, so we're just going to start by showing you these. So this is the Christmas ornament die set. It comes with the Merry Christmas sentiment. And here are some samples for you. Very cute and sweet die set. And then this one's a little more fun, but it can be traditional too. It says, "I love hanging with you." So this is definitely a friend or spouse sentiment, but you can use your other sentiments if you don't want to go that route. So look at how cute these are. So, gonna get started. Let's see what we come up with. So first, I cut out, I have an A2 size panel, and I cut an oval out of it using Catherine Pooler's Around the Loop nested dies, and it's the fourth smallest or fourth largest. It's the middle oval. And then I ran it through an embossing folder by Simon Says Stamp called Bundled Swag Embossing Folder. And now I am going over it with Be Mine ink, and I'm using a Pink Fresh Studio blending brush. And I gotta tell you, I love it. It's so much better than my other blending brushes that there might be going away. So now I'm cutting out the frames, and so I'm using Waffle Flowers A2 layers, and I'm using the second largest and the third largest to cut out the frame. And I did it for each card set. I did one in green and one in pink. And now I am going to pop up the layer with the oval cut out of it, and then I will add the frames to it. So I'm using the good old 3M foam. I did get some Altenew foam when they had it on sale, but I haven't tried it yet. I want to use this up first. And I do like this dimension on this foam because I don't have to put extra postage on if I'm just using a single layer. If I put any more than that on, I do have to put on extra postage. So most of my cards, I am very careful as to what I do because they do go in the mail. So I don't want to have to put extra postage on, especially when I'm going to be sending 50, 60 cards in the next month or so. I don't need that extra expense. So adhering then the decorative panel onto the card base, or the base layer. And I do that for this paper, by the way, the Christmas paper from Pixie Dust Designs. You got to check it out. It's so cute and charming. And it's just plaid. And who doesn't love a good plaid at Christmas? So now I'm just adding glue to the frame that I cut out, and that perfectly frames our focal image. So kind of that's what the one thing with this paper is there is a sheen to it. So it's very slippery when you're initially gluing. You need to hold things there for a little bit longer. So now I'm going to assemble my ornaments. Just getting the glitter layer on, and then using Tonic's gold cardstock, and I'm trying to think what color it was. I believe it's matte gold. Yes, matte gold. And so the bows are cut out of that matte gold too. So you've got that beautiful touch of gold, but no shine. Whereas the base ornament on the red side has shine because it's mirror cardstock, which I wish that would show up better when you're taking photos of it, because it does look so pretty to have that mirror behind the glitter. That looks like my grandparents' World War II era ornaments. So adding a little bit of holly, and that comes from the Pixie Dust Designs Christmas fireplace set. And so I did it in the traditional colors for the red ornament, and I'm doing it in the dark pink for the pink ornament. All right, so our ornaments are created. Gonna let that glue dry for just a little bit, and we'll get the bows added. The bows that come with the set, I love. Just love. Just perfect for that size. So the Merry Christmas I cut out, and that is Lawn Fawn's Merry Christmas line border. And I used, the dark pink I'm using is Park Lane, Joann's old paper, so it's not the highest quality. So I had to double up the pink. The red paper is from basil, so it's sturdy. It didn't need to be doubled up. So popping up the ornaments so that they stand out just a little bit. And again, this single layer goes through the mail just fine. No extra postage needed. And you can see that I guess you can't see, I've got it up a little high. The top of the ornament went over it. So I snipped off the top, and I'm just tucking the edges in so it looks like the ornament is peeking through a window. It's hanging on a branch and peeking through a window. So I'm going to add the sentiment. Getting everything in place and lined up, and we'll let that dry. And now we're going to do the same thing for our traditional colored ornament. That red and that green are so pretty together. So same thing, snipping off the top of the ornament and then tucking the edges under so it looks like it's hanging. And then adding the sentiment. And then we will let those dry. So now that they're dry, I'll just snip off the edges. And then we will go ahead and add them to a card base. And then that is going to complete my card project for today. Okay, so I just wanted to show you, this is Pixie Dust Designs Christmas pad paper, and we used this one here today, but if you've checked out my previous videos, I've used this one, and I've used this one, and this one so far this year. It's really great paper, and it's got the traditional colors, which are all the rage right now. Everybody wants to be like RL and do their Christmas that way. So anyway, that's the paper. And so these are the cards we made together. Loving this. They're so cute. And so this design can be, anytime you just want one focal image, this is a design that works. It highlights the image. The background is easy. You can make it really easy with pattern paper, or you can do a quick embossing folder. So there are these. And so, as a reminder, we use the Christmas ornament die set, and it comes with a Merry Christmas stamp, but I wanted my sentiment to run the whole length of the card. And so these are some of the designs for that one. And then the I Love Hanging With You, and again, it comes with the stamp. Here's one I was working on, and I'm just saving it. And then here's some of the designs that you can do with that. So wonderful sets, plus each set comes with the foliage and then little extras. It's the bow, it's the hanger. This one comes with a snowflake. This one's got the bow and the trees. So very cute. And then for the frame, I used the Waffle Flower A2 layers die. I'm trying to figure out which ones I used. The second and third largest. So not the largest, but the second and third to make the frames. And then on Catherine Pooler's, this is Around the Loop oval die set. I used the fourth largest. Well, it's the middle one. It's either the fourth smallest or the fourth largest. Works either way. Look at me doing that right in the middle. And then from the Pixie Dust Designs Christmas Fireplace, I used the little holly and the berries for the little decorations on top of the ornament. And then one last thing I wanted to show you, because I feel like this embossing folder deserves a round of applause. It's so gorgeous. This is Simon Says Stamps Bundled Swag embossing folder. So that's what I embossed this panel with. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you liked my design and enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and thumbs up, and we will see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.